Hello friends, welcome to our channel Aha Zindagi Tricky Maths. In this lecture we will discuss ratio and proportion topic in which we will discuss some important concepts. So we will see some concepts. So what is a ratio? See the ratio of two quantities A and B. Okay, if these are in same units, then it is the same as fraction A by B, and it is written as A ratio B. That is, this symbol is colon symbol. Okay, so ratio of A and B is A ratio B, and it is same as the fraction A by B. So in A ratio B, A or this term, okay, it is called first term or antecedent. Similarly, B or denominator of this fraction is called consequent or second term. Okay, so if we take example, suppose we have 2 by 5, okay, or 2 ratio 5. So here 2 is first term or antecedent, and 5 is your consequent. Okay, so when we are given a ratio and we multiply both antecedent and consequent by same non-zero number, then the ratio will not be affected, it will remain same. Okay, so this rule you please remember: the multiplication or division of each term of a ratio by the same non-zero number does not affect the ratio. So by example, we can understand it. Suppose a ratio is given as 4 is to 5. If suppose we are multiplying numerator and denominator or antecedent and consequent by 2, then it will become 8 ratio 10. So this 2 will be same. Similarly, if we multiply 4 ratio 5, so both numerator and denominator or antecedent and consequent we multiply by 3, we will get ratio as 12 is to 15, and this all are same in terms of ratio. Okay. Next term is proportion. So what is proportion? See, the equalities of two ratios is called proportion. So if two ratios are A ratio B and C ratio D, and when we equate these two ratios, it will be called as proportion. Okay, and we denote it as A ratio B is proportion. This is symbol of proportion. C ratio D. Okay, this is double colon, and we say that A, B, C, D are in proportion. Okay, so here A and D, these two are called extremes, and B and C are called means or mean terms. Okay, so if A ratio B is proportional to C ratio D, okay, then product of means is equal to product of extremes. So in this case it will be B into C will be equal to A into D. That is, product of means, B and C are means and A and D are extremes. Okay, so B into C equal to A into D. So remember this rule. Next term are, so some terms we will discuss in proportion. First one is fourth proportional. So what is fourth proportional? So suppose A ratio B is equal to C ratio D, then this D is called the fourth proportional to A, B and C. Okay. So this is D is fourth proportional to A, B and C. So what is third proportional? Suppose A ratio B is equal to B ratio C, then C is called third proportional to A and B. Please notice here both the mean terms are same. Okay, B and B. Okay, so C is the third proportional to A and B. Next one is mean proportional. Suppose two numbers are there, then mean proportional of A and B is under root AB. Okay. Now comparison of ratios. So A ratio B will be greater than C ratio D if A by B is greater than C by D. Okay. Similarly, A by B will be greater than C by D if A ratio B is greater than C ratio D. Okay. Next one is compounded ratio. So what is compounded ratio? Suppose there are many ratios given. Here, if we consider three ratios are there, A ratio B, C ratio D, and E ratio F. So compounded ratio of these three ratio will be ACE, that is A into C into E, ratio B into D into F. That is product of antecedents ratio product of consequence. Okay. Next is duplicate ratio. So suppose a ratio is given as A ratio B, so its duplicate ratio will be A square ratio B square, or A to the power 2 ratio B to the power 2. Next one is subduplicate ratio. So what is subduplicate ratio? So subduplicate ratio of A ratio B is under root A ratio under root B. Next one is triplicate ratio. So triplicate ratio of A ratio B is A to the power 3 ratio B to the power 3, or A cube ratio B cube. Okay. Similarly, subtriplicate ratio. So like we have seen subduplicate. So subtriplicate ratio of A ratio B is cube root of A ratio cube root of B, or A to the power 1 by 3 ratio B to the power 1 by 3. Now this is one important concept, componendo and dividendo. So if A by B is equal to C by D, then by componendo and dividendo we can write A plus B divided by A minus B equal to C plus D divided by C minus D. Okay. So first what you are doing, A you are adding B, then in denominator from A you are subtracting B. Similarly on RHS side. But how we can get this? Suppose your ratio A by B equal to C by D. Okay. If we add 1 on both sides, it will not affect the relation. Okay. Equal to C by D plus 1. So this will give you A plus B divided by B equal to C plus D divided by D. This is our equation 1. Similarly, if we subtract 1 from both sides, what we will get? A by B minus 1 equal to C by D minus 1. So it will be A minus B divided by B equal to C minus D divided by D. Okay. Now dividing 1 by 2, see denominators are same, so it will cancel out. So dividing 1 by 2, what we will get? A plus B divided by A minus B equal to C plus D divided by C minus D. Now you can see these two are same. Okay. Next topic is variation. So suppose on changing y, x is also changing in such a way that when y is increasing, x is increasing. Similarly, when y is decreasing, x is also decreasing. That is x equal to k times y. K is a constant and is known as proportionality constant, and it is denoted as x is proportional to y. Okay, or we say x is directly proportional to y. Okay. Next one is, suppose there are two variables. When we are changing y, or you say when we are increasing y, x is reducing. and when we are reducing y, x is increasing. So in that case, we say that x is inversely proportional to y. Okay, for some constant k, and we write xy equal to k, and we indicate it as x is proportional to 1 by y, or x is inversely proportional to y. Okay, so this is your variation. Next one is component ratio in mixture. So when we do dilution or adulteration, suppose the milkman is adding some water in the milk. So in that case, suppose the container contains X unit of liquid, and in that case it is pure liquid, from which Y units are taken out and replaced by water. Okay, the amount which are taken out same is being replaced by water. Okay, so after n number of such operations, the quantity of pure liquid in the final mixture will be x into 1 minus y by x to the power n units. Okay, n is your number of times of operations. Okay, so if n is equal to 1, it will be to the power 1 only. If number of operation is 2, so it will be 2. Okay, so please remember this important formula, it will help you in solving problems. Okay friends, so in this lecture we have discussed some important concepts on ratio and proportion. Okay, thank you.